Hello and welcome. This video will provide introductory information on wetlands and wetland systems. First, let's get started on our objective. The objective today is the intended and unintended consequence humans have on the environment, and specifically wetland systems. Hopefully, by the end of the video, you will be able to answer this question and will have a more invested interest in wetland systems. Here's a list of important terms that will be gone over in the video. By the end of the video, you should be able to use these terms to help understand your effect on wetland systems. Next, why should we even care? How do I even know that I live near wetlands? And how much land in Canada is even covered by these wetlands? What do you think? Well, Canada holds 23% of the world's wetlands. That is a lot of land. Wetlands in Canada also cover 14% of all of the land. So you have most likely seen or been around a wetland. And sadly, up to 70% of all Canadian wetlands are being destroyed, meaning you have probably seen or been around a destroyed wetland. Well, now you know wetlands are everywhere in Canada, and that you've probably seen one. But what types of wetlands are there, and how can you tell what and what is not a wetland? One subcategory of wetlands are mineral wetlands. Shallow water, marshes, and swamps are the three branches that can make up mineral wetlands. Next up are organic wetlands, comprised of swamps, marshes, bogs, and fens, and they usually have a source of peat. Now we know a little bit more about the types of wetlands that we can see within Canada, and it's time for a question. This question will help us determine the positive effects wetlands have on us and the surrounding environment. To do this, write wetlands on a blank piece of paper and write your answers around it. Make sure to write anything that pops into your mind. Here are some things that might have come to mind. Improving water quality, providing habitats, storing floodwater, helping during dry periods, and providing food. One last thing to add that's a neat fact is wetlands are also as productive as rainforests. Let's do this activity one more time. This time the question will be the effects humans have on wetlands, and more specifically, what humans do to cause negative impacts on wetland systems. Hopefully, you've had enough time to write down some examples and brainstorm. Wetlands are greatly affected by humans, both intentionally and unintentionally. I will be listing 4 major disturbances to wetland systems, starting with population and urban development, which destroys wetland systems. Secondly, draining wetland systems for land use. Thirdly, oil and gas exploration and mining, which would destroy wetland systems. And fourthly, timber harvesting, which would destroy the forests that surround and encompass wetland systems. Now we know the positive effects of wetland systems and the negative effect humans can have on them. To get some solutions, how would we prevent wetland loss, both as an individual and as a collective? Some possible solutions individually are using rain barrels, using recycled products, and using non-nitrogen-based lawn products. Collectively, we can reduce, reuse, recycle, use non-toxic products, and attempt not to fill in wetland systems for development. A final thought for today is how do you benefit from the wetlands? And what can you do to limit the destruction of the wetlands in Canada.